All right, good evening, everyone. Thank you for being here this evening for the DifferenceMaker DCU Manning School Business Innovation Contest. My name is Holly Lalos, and I'm the director of the DifferenceMaker Institute. So we're going to kick it off with Dean Bertie Greer, who is going to say some welcoming remarks and also MC the event. So please welcome Dean Greer.
Good evening. Thank you for being here. I want to call you guys difference makers too for being here. I'm happy to be here for the 11th annual Difference Maker DCU Manning School Business Innovation Contest. My name is Bertie Greer, and I am the Risk Family Dean of the Manning School of Business. This competition is designed to promote and recognize innovation within the college, the university really. Tonight you're going to hear from 4 top teams. They were chosen to compete for cash prizes. I did learn today there was maybe 8, and it was whittled down to these 4. And each team will have 5 to 7 minutes to present their idea, followed by 5 minutes of Q&A by the judges. After all teams have presented, there will be a 30-minute intermission where the judges will deliberate and determine who will be our winner. We'll have the announcement after they return. We do know from previous competition that these teams, that people from these teams will go on to do great things. For example, is Greg Montemuro here?
I think it's here today.
What name? I'm sorry.
Greg Montemuro?
Oh, I heard it all at the end.
Yeah, well, he's a Manning School graduate. He did compete in this competition several years ago, and now he's working for DCU in Boston, and DCU has hired many great students from Manning School. This partnership with DCU and Difference Makers has been very exciting and valuable to our students in the college. Let me tell you who we want to thank, all of you. Thank you for being here. And then I also want to thank the Difference Maker faculty fellows who act as ambassadors for the difference makers within their colleges. Can they stand up? Yeah. They mentor the student teams and they help prepare them for the competition. A special thank you to Kevin, who's our Manning School faculty fellow. I also want to thank the team behind this event, Holly Lalos. Thank you. David Valero. And we have a team of co-op students, Alexa, Cameron, Maddie, and Nick. Are they here? Come out to be recognized. I also want to thank Event Services for supporting this event. Thank also to our Chancellor and Provost Joe Hartman, who's in the audience. Of course, this event would not be possible without the support of DCU, who sponsors the events. They meet with the student teams one-on-one. They actually do a whole lot more, so we really appreciate the partnership. Thank you. We do have Tomas in the audience. Can you stand? He's the Innovations Manager at DCU, as well as a supporter. He's worked with us for many, many years. Looks like he has another member in the audience.
That's right.
Thank you for coming. So let me introduce our judges. We have Tim Dodd. He is, oh my God, I don't know what, F-A-A-H-A HSS is?
Fine Arts and Music.
Oh, from Fine Arts. Thank you for being here. He's a campaign manager and specialist at DCU. John Janakis, who is a Manning School alum. Also, he's a member of board of directors at Sculptor Diversified Real Estate Investment Trust. He's also a member of the board of directors at Holland Partner Group. We have Michelle LaPointe. I hope I said that right. There you go. LaPointe, thank you. Digital banking product manager at DCU. And we have Brad Sidney, who is a alum of the Francis College of Engineering, an 81 grad. He's also Senior Managing Director at Tri-Capital and Companies. Thank you for being here tonight. So as indicated, over the next hour, you'll hear from 4 student teams, and each team will have 5 to 7 minutes in which they're going to pitch their ideas. The judges will question them for about 5 minutes. David Valera, he'll be keeping the time. Students, please look at him. He will let you know. So keep your eye on him. And then after the pitches, there will be a 30-minute break, and the judges will deliberate. After it's done, please stick around for photos. We need a record of all this wonderfulness. Please keep in mind that the finalist winners tonight will automatically advance to the DifferenceMaker's preliminary pitch-off, which takes place this spring, April 3rd. And you will have a chance to win a portion of $50,000 in funding. So this is an additional bonus that you will advance, the winner will advance. And all students and teams tonight, please keep in mind the DifferenceMaker $50,000 Ideal Challenge application is now open. And you can apply, and there's a link for you to apply. Is that all right? No. So I want to wish each of you luck, and let's get started. Let's have our first team, Bean Hub, come up.
We good to go? Good evening, everyone. My name is Eamon. This is Amir. This is Ibrahim, Saim, Mohammed, Shafat, and we are B-Hub. So, our idea is basically a future of banking which comes with artificial intelligence. This is what B-Hub Banking offers DCU, a service that provides an innovative way to interact with the DCU app. So what our mission basically is the purpose is like to allow basically everyone to use the DCU app with our AI innovation. And what our long-term vision is to use our long language model for any banking needs, such as general account information, loans, or any banking information that a customer could think of.
So our business model offers a data pipeline for constant feedback and improvement on the chatbot. And this will be based off of a multi-year contract that we hope to have with DCU. Our main objectives is prioritizing user experience and time on the app. We want to increase customer loyalty while decreasing the amount of live agents needed on the app, whether that be through text or through phone calls. And our success factors rely on DCU app user interaction, taking necessary security measures, as well as regularly updating our GPT model through the chat histories between the chatbot and the customer.
So our service is pretty much making dealing with DCU less frustrating. Suppose you have to have a simple question like, what's your checking account? Currently, DCU has a chatbot, same with like all these banks have one. So what do you ask, what's my balance? Well, they'll ask you what checking you're saving, and then they'll say checking. The problem is these chatbots are not able to hold account like history. So it would have forgot where your previous question was, which was like, what's my balance? So this is just going to get very frustrating. So what we're doing is by utilizing a GPT model, be able to hold a conversation history, so that when you ask what's my balance, and they say savings, it'll tell you you have $1,000 left. So by making dealing with DCU less frustrating, or any bank less frustrating, it'll allow for people to spend more time on the app, and the thought of getting a hold of a live agent becomes a second thought.
So some internal analysis, like Ibrahim mentioned, DCU does currently have a chatbot.
but Eamon and I personally have used the DCU chatbot, and we can both agree it can use some improvements. So if you direct your attention to the screenshot, which unfortunately is cut off a little bit like the TV, but basically I asked the DCU chatbot, I forgot my login. Then the DCU chatbot told me, what are you trying to sign to? I said, my DCU account. It then forgot what I said about I forgot my login and said, I can't help you anymore, here's some external links that you can go to. So this chatbot runs on a tokenization model, which basically means it's looking for keywords and then it will respond with a prompt. Prompt being, what are you trying to sign into? Keyword being, I forgot my login. So what our chatbot does is use generative AI, and you're able to hold the conversation history, and it will be able to converse with you. So some ROI. First and foremost, internal ROI. Currently, DCU receives 1 million calls per year. That's a lot of calls. But most of them are, hey, what's my checking account balance? Hey, could you give me information about this loan? What our chatbot does is actually be able to answer those questions. And once you are able to answer those questions, you're getting a lot less calls as DCU. That means you have less people on the phones answering calls, and you can reallocate those resources and put them into better places. External ROI being, okay, let's say Eamon starts using the new BeamHub DCU chatbot. Eamon says, wow, this is a great experience. I'm getting my questions answered. I'm on the app for exactly how long I need to be. It's efficient, it's optimized. He tells all this information to me. I then say, wow, let me try it. Then I go into DCU app, I agree with him. Now I tell Sayan about this, I tell Ibrahim about this, I tell Shafat about this, I tell Amir about this. That's 4 new customers that are willing to open checking accounts, or willing to open savings accounts, and taking out loans, which means for more profit for the company.
Now, some of the potential competitors that we do have to deal with would be BOFA, Wells Fargo, and Capital One. These all have their own chatbots. However, the one thing that would distinguish us from them is the ability to read previous chat history. Now, by reading chat history, it allows a more personalized and precise answer for the user that will allow them to stay within the app base. Now, we have some subtle competitors as well, such as traditional customer service channels. These will be reduced and maybe even eliminated by using our chatbot. Things such as phone calls, emails, and even live visits would be reduced, as our chatbot will be able to answer any questions instantaneously for 24/7. Third-party financial apps such as Mint by Intuit would also be reduced, as statistical information for finances will be provided from our app. Will be provided from our chatbot within the app as well, allowing for more traffic to the website and the app.
So the big question is, how much does this cost? One thing is we only need funding for a couple of things. First for making our thing look pretty, so the UI. After that, all we have to do is train our GPT model. So nowadays, GPT models are already trained on a lot of things. So all we got to do to train it now was on DCU's website, this FAQ page, and stuff like that. So to get that funding, we can get it from like just family and friends, and just using traditional crowdsourcing.
So we estimate the bot to take about 1 year to complete. During phase 1, we'll spend about 1 to 3 months gathering the financial resources and also developing a team that will help on the design. Moving into phase 2, we'll focus on the design and the actual development of the chatbot. This will take about another 3 months. 4 months later, we hope to push out a beta version in phase 3. Moving on to phase 4, we'll push out a full product another 4 months following that. And beyond phase 4, we hope to take in user feedback and improve our bot in any way we can.
Overall, our goal for this project is to basically streamline the customer service and provide and enhance the DCU app with a better chatbot and keep innovating over and over again and keep going like that. Thank you very much. We are now open to questions.
I need my technology friend to show me. Got it? First of all, great job, guys. We definitely, I think, we're pulling a rock there. Entrepreneurs, but that's still, you look great. I'm foggy on 2 things. You mentioned ROI, but you show no math. So, 2 parts to the question. Do you have a sense on what you think the costs will be? And then can you maybe even generalize how you think that math tracks back to DCU being able to reallocate resources to other places?
Yeah, so...
That's the first question. Second question is, I need times attached to this, as opposed to just steps. So if you can answer those questions, that'd be great.
Yeah, so pretty much like currently, suppose want to say So currently, if you're like at any generic like companies like OpenAI and other companies that have their own GPT models for sale, each time you ask a question, it'll cost you about like 15 cents. So this means like, suppose like a customer on average is maybe like ask like 30 questions, 40 questions before being fulfilled. Again, it's maybe like $3-5 per day per customer. So this makes it like, so that ends up being around like, suppose you get like, I think currently it says DC gets around 178,000 visitors per day. So it's like, so that cost would pretty much be like, so it's like over a year, it's as if you only had like 300 employees compared to how many, each spot has over 1,000 employees right now. So you're pretty going to cut the, at least the amount of live agents going to be cut is like maybe by a third or more possibly. So that's like, I guess, like some hard numbers, like 15 cents per question, which can be reduced into our GPT model, once to be trained on like the banking industry, compared to like a more generic model, tends to be compared to they know about sciences, maths, and all that other stuff. Now, for timelines, it's pretty much as soon as we get the funding, the ball starts rolling, you know? So training a GPT model takes about like, nowadays, it's already been done, so now to do it again, it's pretty efficient. So you can estimate 3 to 4 months for us to do it just on the banking industry. So once that's pretty much our innovation. After that, it's going to wrap it around a pretty UI, a nice app, nice website. That's also already been done. So that's kind of, so this will probably take us 2 to 3 months. And then once again, to full product launch, after that is pretty much now it's minor adjustments. And then you know, for phase 5, that's like never ending because we're always it's all going to be better. Okay.
First of all, I'd like to give you guys credit for being involved in the state-of-the-art technology of artificial intelligence. I think it's good for keeping that cutting edge. Have you guys did any research in regards to Bank of America about who was one of the first in regards to the GPT for banking?
We did, yes. Because the thing about that, it has nothing to do with artificial intelligence. Like I said, it's more tokenization, which only picks up words. It doesn't remember any history, there's no history for it, and there's nothing for it. So all it does is pick up words and gives you answers based off that word. So there's no history to actually go back to your other chat you previously had, even like 2 sentences ago. Because if you noticed before in one of the slides, where I think he was trying to like kind of break the bot, and you notice how he was trying to ask questions. Only 2 questions before, just as I forgot to log in. And the virtual assistant.
No, that's DCUs.
Yes, DCUs. Erica's the same thing. It works the same way.
Yeah.
It works the same exact way.
This is still AI, but it's kind of an outdated one. It's like, you know, it's like iPhone 15 came out, that's the iPhone like 10.
So you guys figure you could enhance that?
Yeah.
I'm assuming you've used ChatGPT before, right?
Yeah.
It's exactly like this is not like ChatGPT. You can't ask a question where it's going to give you an actual like using an algorithm answer back. Based off like basically if I'm talking to you one-on-one, I can give you an answer, an educated guess or something. That's exactly what our banking need to try to do instead of it just being a virtual assistant.
So right now chatbots like both us, Wells Fargo and Capital One, they all use very static bots. So anything you ask uses tokenization, but then it's only going to give a certain like selection of responses. Using ChatGPT, like right now, if you use ChatGPT, for example, it gives you full sentences, it basically converses with you. So our aim is to implement something like that into DCU's apps, or into DCU's chatbot as well.
And also retain memory.
Yeah, if there's retain information, so that way it'll be able to converse with the user, provide more direct and like personalized answers.
So if I be able to like maintain memory, that means I forgot my login. It says, when you press on into, you see the DCU account, it says saying I'm not sure, it'll say, okay, this is steps to do that. So
it's kind of like having a conversation, keep it nice, simple, so that you have more customers in the end of the day. Which would also answer like his, I think, Jonathan's first question, where he was asking a different type of ROI of getting more customers in because they have a very easy way of like interacting with the app, and that's what people want. They just want an easy application to use. That's
the technology is supposed to be.
They want literally. Exactly. We don't want no complicated technology. We want the easiest thing, and that's what people love, and that's what people are going for.
Okay. Good.
Thank you guys very much for your presentation. My question is around what are your plans on testing the product before bringing this up to market?
So going back to our business model, one of the main things on our business model was offering data pipeline. So we would, when the app would be introduced, we would have constant feedback from the users. So we would have, you know, was this message helpful or not? And then at the end, it would be an optional survey. We would take feedback in and improve our product there.
Yeah, and then before it actually launches, you can also hire a QA team of actual real human beings who will try to break the bot intentionally. So yeah.
Thank you.
Again, so great job, Tim here. I just had a question about more of the technology piece. How accurate are the results? Because I know ChatGPT can't be 100% accurate all the time. When you're dealing with banking numbers and you're providing a member a certain percentage and they go to apply and they don't get it, like, how do you deal with that?
Yeah, so this is pretty much all. So when it comes to how much access you want to give the bot, that's all up to DCU. If DCU wants to keep it very restricted initially, that's their choice. So the more you give the bot, like it's all about feeding information. The more you feed it, the more it'll try to give more specific answers. It's kind of like a kid. The more you give it, it'll grow up in years. So then that way, like imagine you ask like a 5th grader, because you give it a very limited amount of information, then you give it more information. Now it's like a college student. It'll give a lot more specific answers and better accuracy.
Okay, so it can pull like real-time data?
Yeah, that's the thing. So once you give it, DC gives it access.
All right, thank you. Thank you to Bean Hub. Our next team
Thank you, guys.
will be Card Tracker. Card Tracker, come on up.
Hello everyone, we are the hustle team, and my name is Justin,
My name is Scott. Matthew. I'm Colin.
and today we'll be introducing the card tracker, and thank you for joining us today. Imagine a world where losing your debit card doesn't mean hours of panic, stress, and inconvenience. Introducing the card tracker, the revolutionary card tracking app designed to make the process of locking or recovering your debit card seamless and stress-free.
You may be asking yourself, why Card Tracker? Card Tracker is not just an app, but it's a reliable partner for if you ever happen to lose or misplace or get a stolen card. Our goal is to transform the experience of losing cards or debit cards into an easy process that's a lot less stressful and pain-free. In 2 to 3 years, we plan to have partnered with banks and other financial institutions.
So in terms of how we're going to turn a profit, we plan on licensing our app to banks, and they are going to pay us for allowing their customers to use our technology. Banks are going to want to be a part of this because it's going to show that they're forward thinking and that they're keeping up with the new technologies, and it even could get to a point where if we grow and it gets very popular amongst banks, that it could be a negative look on your bank if you don't have this app. There's also a freemium model that we're planning on using, and it will essentially, most of the features of this app will be available for free. You can freeze your cards, reactivate them, and block your cards all for free, but if you want GPS tracking, and if you want to be able to look at your recent transactions through this app, you can do that for a to-be-determined monthly fee. Now, Zelle was founded in 2017. It grew to 46 million users by 2020 in 3 years. The reason I bring up Zelle is because it was founded by Bank of America, JP Morgan, and other major financial institutions in the United States, and they essentially marketed it through their banking apps and through their websites, and that's how we would plan to market. So once we landed our deal, we could see similar growth to that. Some critical factors for success is that partnership with those banks and them giving us that deal. It would be a major deal for us. And one risk is that consumers rely on us to cancel every card. It's not a very difficult process to cancel a card, so it should be fine. But if we do happen to fail somewhere along the process and an unauthorized transaction happens, it would not look good.
Some 3 points features I want to point out is the secure remote locking, which is a 24/7 feature that allows you to remotely lock your lost card to prevent any fraudulent transactions until you retrieve it, combining financial institutions and banks by enabling direct communication with your bank through an app. You can speed up the process of locking your card and ordering a new card. Tracking GPS in real time with the help of the GPS technology, Card Tracker can locate your misplaced debit card in no time. And as mentioned previously, the pricing strategy will be focused on the financial institutions and banks. So we'll be charging them a monthly fee or yearly fee for the customers who use our app, such as Venmo and Zelle, which is free to customers.
So our market analysis. Starting with our target market, we thought that people ages 18 to 35 would be a good group for our product. Firstly, because this is a tech-savvy group, they would understand the technology and how to use it. And then inconsistencies in these young people's lives can often lead to lost cards, things like that. College students have different schedules every semester. They're going home, back and forth. So these inconsistencies can cause lost cards. Also, people live in high crime rate areas. We would provide them ease of mind knowing their cards will be secure or trackable. When it comes to the size of our target market, we think the size is vast, but it can be difficult to calculate right now. A survey to the bank's customers as well as a trial run could give us some useful information into that. As well as our market share, we believe that Card Tracker will be able to get a market share of around 30% of each given bank's customers. To obtain this, we require education about Card Tracker to the bankers as well as the customers. And resources for marketing could also help us to do that. When it comes to competition, tracking services such as Apple AirTags as well as Tiles would be competition in our aspect of tracking the cards physically. Also, banks with functions for freezing cards such as Chase Bank would be sort of indirect competition.
So in terms of sources for funding, we estimated that it's going to be anywhere from 100 to 150,000 in terms of startup capital. And different sources we were considering are things like bank loans, also personal capital, possible venture capital, and strategic partnerships with financial institutions and banks, credit unions, things like that.
So in terms of a project timeline, the first 6 months are going to be spent on development, marketing, and troubleshooting. Development should take the first 2 to 3 months. It's essentially just developing the app so we have something that works. Marketing is before we land this deal with banks, we're going to have to get some customers. So we're going to be doing our own marketing for some time. And then troubleshooting with our first few customers, more than likely there's going to be some problems and just troubleshooting regular problems with the app. Around 1 year in, we hope to be landing these deals with these major banks and financial institutions. By that 2 to 3 year mark, we should be experiencing rapid growth because we will be on these bank and financial institutions' platforms. 5+ years in, we expect this to be a widely adopted thing amongst a lot of people with multiple cards. It should be very common.
And that is Card Tracker. Any questions?
I'm always tech savvy of the judges, so bear with me as I try to navigate through this. So it seems so obvious a need in terms of lost cards. I was in Brooklyn with my daughter a few weeks ago and I lost my American Express card. I was panic stricken. I canceled it and that was fine. But I had no idea where to look for it. All I could do was binary, right? I just canceled my card, which is a bad outcome. So I guess the first question is, you mentioned Apple and maybe one other group have some type of a tracking mechanism.
Yeah.
Is that for the phone? Is that for your wallet? Because what I was trying to figure out was, there's clearly a need. I'm trying to figure out how you guys create your niche. I'm having a hard time sort of figuring that out. And the other question is, can you even benchmark how you pay back with a return the funding request that you guys mentioned? Not exact, just could you give us a sense on where that return would come from, even if you were guessing market opportunities? Just those are a couple of questions.
So when it comes to the Apple AirTags and things like that, so those are usually tags that go on the outside of your wallet. They can be bulky and things like that. And then if you lose like just a specific card and not your wallet, you have no idea where it is still. So that's sort of where we differentiate ourselves from like the Apple AirTags and things like that.
We would probably more than likely be able to pay back that 100 to 150,000 as soon as we landed any deal with a major financial institution. I mean, the revenue is going to go up significantly after we land that deal because just the marketing, not free marketing, but essentially free marketing, is going to be great for us.
I'm going to look and try to figure out the need. You're aware that currently, if I lose my, let's say, Eastern Bank card, I can go and get what we need. Try to convince me why would I need your product.
Okay, so this will be a 24/7 service on the app. So say the bank is closed and you're at Target and you lost your card. So on the app, you'll be able to swipe a button where it says, pause my card until you find it or you retrack your steps. And if you're not able to find it, well, you'll use a GPS on the app and it'll bring you to your card. So that's just like you'll be stress-free, like, so you don't have to wait on the phone on hold to attract an employee to help you with the service. You'll just be able to do it on the app yourself.
Okay, but I can get a new card.
Yeah, you can get a new
They'll
card.
give you a new card at the bank that you need.
Yeah. It's just if the bank is closed or if it's too late or you're in another state and you can't get to the bank. That's just how the app will be able to help you there. You can order an app through the app as well.
And you mentioned it's going to be, we have to monetize this, that's going to charge me a fee for having this app.
It won't charge the customers. We'll charge the banks.
Okay.
Yes. So it's free to customers. Just like Venmo and Zelle. So I have Santander. Santander offers Zelle to customers where I can send money, transfer money to other people.
So you mentioned that this is going to be an app. Do you plan on having this be a standalone app, or will you offer something that could be integrated into credit unions and banks apps so that it's a seamless experience for the members?
We definitely want to see this implemented in the app, such as things like Zelle and that. Like, we definitely want to see it in their platforms, like integrated. We think that would be a useful tool for the banks as well.
And then one more question. Do you have a plan on how you're planning on replacing customers' current cards? I'm assuming they'll need a new one that would include whatever tracking device you guys have. Is there a plan on that?
Yeah, so when the banks partner up with us, we'll be able to have all the information of the customer and like a bank ID, they can log in with that to our app, and then through there they can see their banking information and order it through our app. So we're just having moving information from the banks and financial institutions to them. Thank you.
Go.
Good evening. We are Consumer Eye. I'm joined here with Mike Nazar. I'm Liam Buckley, Valerie Keith, Andre Bachman. Special thanks to our judges, DCU and UML for putting this on for us. We're truly humbled to be up here. And thank you to our professors that showed up tonight. Without further ado, Consumer Eye. Imagine all the available knowledge of a company's business activities in the palm of your hands, never having to second guess the purchase of that. At Consumer Eye, we aim to revolutionize shopping, help users unveil brand networks, make informed choices, and contribute to a purpose-driven and conscious world. Our goal is to empower our users to become change agents with each and every purchase.
One of our other goals is to empower individuals to create change by promoting ethical business practices. We would also like to increase awareness of unethical practices such as child labor or corruption, and highlight interconnected businesses or brand families. And not only that, but we want to offer alternative choices to our consumers. For our business model, we plan to use a freemium model. So we would offer free access to our users, supported by ethically sourced ads. And then we would also have a subscription that could either be paid monthly or yearly for an ad-free experience with enhanced features and access. And within the first 2 years for our product growth, we would like to bring on investors or potential partners. We would also need to bring on app developers, data collectors, as well as editors to peer review this information. One of our critical factors for success would be our intuitive interface. The implementation must allow for quick access of valuable ethical information to our consumers. Some of our major risks include our competitors, which we will expand upon further in the slide deck, a false information risk, as well as the independent research you guys can conduct on your own.
As previously mentioned, we have two types of service. We have our free service, which would include personal profiles, instant reports, and a barcode scanner for customers to use while perhaps grocery shopping. Our premium service would include unlimited portfolio customization, an ad-free experience, exclusive educational content, integration with investment portfolios, and offline access. All of this could be yours for the low price of $36 annually, less than 10 cents a day, or $5 monthly. Our target market is obviously our ethical shoppers, tech-savvy consumers. This description typically matches the age group of people 20 to 35. Our target market share in the next 2 to 3 years is about 10,000 users by 2026. And in order to achieve this market share, we plan on doing some software funding and development.
For the funding sources, we'd be using the DCU prize money. Next, personal capital investments like our own money and resources. Next is family friends. We've talked to our families and friends and they already seem interested in our idea and product. Next is banks. We would go to banks and ask for small business loans to help fund. And lastly, venture capitalists or angel investors. The competitor snapshot, we have added this to show, we use the competitor snapshot to understand the market and understand the pricing model. For example, Robinhood, 16 million users, a potential market for us. And the Green America and Ethical Consumer, we use these two to base our pricing model after. Apologies for any formatting issues we have, sorry about that. But for the product timeline, for quarter 1, quarter 2, we will complete the DCU contest, and we plan on raising more capital, talking to more people, finding more funds. Quarters 3 and 4, product development, market research. We really want to dive into the development of the product in this quarter. Next, networking and relationship building to get our name out there. Year 2, we've launched the free beta version of the app. This will help us get user feedback to further development of the product. Year 3, rolling out the finalized version of the product and also find further capital funding through VCs or angel investors using the recognition that we get.
And we just wanted to thank you for your time. Thank you for listening to us, and we wanted to open the floor to any questions.
Okay, so an observation, first of all. Really good vibe on sort of the feel-good messaging of what you're doing. So that's terrific. Thank you. I'm a math guy, and for everybody, for all the students, you gotta tell us how much you want, and you gotta tell us how you're gonna pay us back. Okay? Like, it's the first thing you do when you're asking for money. Okay? So that's just an observation. Really well done, really thoughtful on the competitive framework. Do you guys just, for us, I'm gonna make this up. I'm considering buying a car from Kirk Chambers. I have your app on my phone, and I press in Herb Chambers. Do I do that?
Yes.
And then what does it tell me?
You can search up companies, and it will tell you any recent news articles. It will tell you where that company is putting their money, what corporations they're supporting. So a lot of corporations claim they care about climate control. And then they're also rigging oil in other countries. So it's that hypocrisy that we're trying to unveil. And we really just want to connect the consumer with that information that's usually kind of brushed under the rug sometimes. So we just really want to connect our consumer with that information.
Uncovering the greenwashing. Yeah, okay, thanks. Yeah, thank you.
More of a technical question. So who gets access to your beta testing environment, and how do you handle the issues?
Well, we were thinking it might be just easiest to start at UMass Lowell, release it to students. Students are often very honest. They fit in our age demographic as well, and they'll be interested in giving us feedback for our project as we're fellow students. So it just kind of, we want to release it to our UMass Lowell students and see how they feel about it, and then keep like building up the market a little bit. Obviously not too big because we don't want to release the beta for everyone, but
We could also allow faculty and stuff. of
yes,
that nature.
yes, of
Absolutely,
course.
yeah.
We just want that information getting to as many people as possible. We think we live in a day and age where things often, as I said, get brushed under the rug. And we also live in a day and age where people care about their companies being ethical and care about their money going to ethical companies. So that's the real purpose. We really just want to get that information out there as clearly and as quickly as possible.
Easily accessed as well.
Greg, we good?
Yeah.
Okay. Great job, you guys.
Thank you. Well done, Consumer Eye. All right, we've got one more team, and that will be FinVenture. Come on up.
Hello, my name is Arnav. I'm Janish, and we're here to present FinVenture to you today. So what is FinVenture? FinVenture is an open finance platform providing personal finance management, service, and tools to the customers of banks and credit unions. We hope to provide a web and mobile platform.
FinVenture's purpose and mission is to offer a platform that empowers people to live their best financial life. We aim to help bank customers save as much money as possible. In 2 to 3 years, we see FinVenture achieving exponential user growth. Furthermore, we hope to expand our feature offerings. Arnold will get more into it in the future, but our biggest goal right now is to become a leading personal finance management platform. Our primary goals are ambitious, but achievable. We aim to achieve a thriving user community with 100,000 active users within the first year of launch. Furthermore, we aspire to secure a position among the top 10 in the personal finance management sector of the app market by the end of the second year. To realize these goals, our roadmap includes consistent monthly updates to keep our users engaged. We are committed to releasing new features annually driven by valuable market feedback. Maintaining high app ratings is a key objective, ensuring our users have a seamless and satisfactory experience. In terms of growth, we project a robust revenue growth rate of at least 10% annually or higher. This is not just a financial target for us, it is a testament to the value we bring to our users and the strength of our platform. While we aim for a significant user base, the risk of market saturation is a valid concern. We closely monitor the competitive landscape to differentiate ourselves by offering unique features, exceptional user experience, and strategic partnerships. Furthermore, we hope to continuously monitor financial regulations in various jurisdictions and proactively implement necessary changes in response to regulatory shifts. This ensures that our users can trust us to navigate any regulatory landscape, and we are keeping a keen eye on the ever-evolving scene of emerging technologies and trends, ensuring that FinVenture remains at the forefront of innovation in personal finance management.
Our innovative offerings. FinVenture offers a smart budgeting feature that goes beyond traditional budgeting tools. It utilizes advanced algorithms and machine learning to analyze your spending patterns, income streams, and financial goals. By providing real-time insight and personalized recommendations, smart budgeting empowers you to make informed decisions about your spending, optimize your finances, and effortlessly work towards your financial objectives. With our send and receive money feature, whether you're trying to split bills with friends, send money to family, or pay for services, this feature ensures a secure and swift money transaction. And it has the latest security measures. Next, we have our comparative interest rate analysis. This meticulously categorizes This meticulously categorizes and analyzes your expenditures, providing you with a clear picture of where you're spending. Next, we have a comparative analysis interest rate. Take the guesswork out of choosing the right financial product, whether it's loans, mortgages, auto loans, or credit cards. This feature makes informed decisions, save money, and provides the best decision. Next, we dive into our transaction details. This feature provides a comprehensive breakdown of each financial transaction, and it offers details such as merchant information, date, time, and category. Next is our pricing model. We have a freemium model, and our free features are the send and receive money, spending insights, and transaction details. Our premium model has a $5.99 per month subscription, which includes smart budgeting and comparative interest rate analysis. Once you create a login with FinVenture, you have to connect to the bank, and this is a quick video demoing your app. So we connect to the bank. This is just a layout of how it works. Next, we have their data access and fund transfers. You select a DCU bank, and it takes you to the DCU website, so we don't have to take your login information. And this is the safest and most secure way to log in. Once you log in, it shows you what you're sharing with FinVenture. Next, you select which accounts you want to share. After that, it takes you back to the FinVenture app. And this is the free model, which has our spending habits and our transactions on the dashboard. And then we have our data visualization on the app, which has graphs and charts of your spending categories and how to save more money. After that, we go to our transactions, which is just a list of everywhere you spent so far. And last is our profile page, which has all your information, payment methods, and legal information. And this is the FinVenture architecture. At the top right, we have our DCU online banking customer. And through that, we connect to the FinVenture app. And it goes down to the the DCU consumer identity provider. So when you log into the bank, we return a token back to the app that identifies that you are, it just identifies who you are. And then we go to the back-end service of FinVenture, which is run on Amazon Web Services. And it uses the same token to go to the back end. And we use FDX, we're FDX compliant, which is a financial data exchange that is used by most big banks. Yeah.
To understand our market is the ever-expanding personal finance management sector in the U.S. and Canada. As we embark on this journey, we recognize the vast opportunities within this dynamic market. As of 2022, the market size stands at a substantial $1.4 billion. This figure reflects the immense potential for growth and innovation. Our aspirations are high but grounded. We aim to capture 0.1% of the market share within the next 2 to 3 years.
And these are just what's required. And these are our competitors, which are Rocket Money and Mint. We believe that we have sending money and receiving features and an interest rate comparison that they don't have. And Mint is shutting down on January 1st this year, so we hope to take their place in the market share. And this is how we're going to fuel FinVenture. We need $700,000 over 2 years. The first year we need $400,000, which would be mostly for development costs. Well, I'll get into that over here. So first year we need development costs.
Time's up. Actually, I think does a very good job. It's very innovative. Have you even thought of connecting from personal into someone's investments? Or even currently?
Yeah.
Something like
Yeah, so that's what our smart budget feature has an investment option where if you do invest money, we can track that and we can make suggestions using like various models or algorithms that we have. So that can like suggest to you like where you want to invest. So that's what the smart budgeting feature does. It also has like an investment part to it.
Great job, you guys, a lot of detail. Can you go one slide back, please?
Yeah.
Sorry. That's okay. So I think what you've got is unique, but I'm trying to understand when you compare it with wealth management platforms that show ability to budget, a dashboard of investments. If you populate the platform, or your wealth advisor populates the platform with your various accounts, you can navigate what you have and performance. So you talked about the Rocket Mortgage or the Rocket platform and the other group that's going out of business. Have you guys spent any time at least looking at benchmarking against JP Morgan, UBS, the big global wealth managers? Because part of what you're offering, I think, exists. I don't know if it exists as well in one place, but have you looked at that at all? I'm just curious, because it could be an existential threat.
We haven't necessarily looked at the wealth management platforms, but our product is more about just like day-to-day like financial, personal finances. Like, we're not like, we haven't, our investment features are not like, that's what the wealth management's for, like more like investment, but this is more like our day-to-day like personal finances.
Okay.
So that's what we're like focusing on, like your transactions, where you spend money, whether you have like reoccurring subscriptions. That's what more of our focus is on. And then we also have like the interest rate comparison, which we might, that's like another premium feature that we have.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Great presentation, guys. With the transaction details, are you planning on allowing for any categorization within there so members or customers can, can you see why I have the same numbers?
1 second. Yeah, I don't know if you remember the charts from the video, but that's what the categorization is.
Okay.
We have a pie chart and just 1 second. Sorry.
That's okay. I mostly just
Okay, yeah.
if it was there, that's fine.
Yeah, there's like it categorizes by like restaurants, dining, food, entertainment, auto. Like those are the main categories like
Awesome.
we'll be spending. Yeah.
Thank you.
One other question?
Yeah.
Tim, go ahead. I just was going to ask. So,
Yeah.
Bankrate is probably the best platform for pulling different interest rate polling, even if it's clunky.
Yeah.
How does it work?
Okay. So there's this platform called Lending Tree,
Yeah, I know.
and they have an API that we plan to like integrate and
what?
An API.
Where's that?
It's where like you can use part of their software and integrate it within yours. You just have to pay them a certain fee, but you can integrate that within the app, and we'll be able to use their services within our app. Yes.
With the use of the APIs, do you have any type of marketing plan? Do you use the API to get messages out to members or your customers? And what does that plan look like?
Could you clarify like what you mean by like getting messages out?
So like emails or
Okay.
in-application messages,
Yeah.
pop notifications, stuff of that nature.
Yeah, that's within like the app feature itself, where we'll be able to like the emailing services and notifications are built into the app. So if you start spending over your budget or you're like spending too much in one place, we'll send notifications to you and we'll email you. Furthermore, like for example, like if you don't have enough money, or you'll be able to set like if my account goes below this amount, like notify me, right? So we'll be having those like notifications and emailings. Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you. We'll be in track of that.
Thank you.
Awesome, good job.
All right. All right, judges have some jobs to do. They're gonna go deliberate, get yourself some food and go find some place to huddle and come back with a winner. The rest of you, we have food out there. Go ahead and eat and we will wait. We don't have any Jeopardy music, but we know what to do. Thank you to everyone who participated. Thank you to those who stayed and watched the event and listened to our team's pitch. I know this was a difficult decision, but the judges have made one. But let me remind you that each team member who pitched tonight is going to receive a $100 prize from DCU. So there is something in the game for you. Thomas, do you want to join me up here?
Sure. It's still blank, you still have to write the check out. It's still blank, yeah, I'm gonna have to write it down. Yeah.
All right. So now for the finalist team announcement. And remember, this team is going to win $500 for each member. And you can announce the winning team when you want me to.
Please do, and I'll write out their name.
I'm going to write it out, then you can just turn it around. It's going to be very suspenseful.
Y'all gonna be watching from there, so let me know. Okay, so. Right. Yes, it is. And you ready? Oh my God.
Have a great night. Some pictures,
So,
please.
take the pictures there. There you go. Okay.